Hello, everyone. Back with another interview question and answer for DevOps and SRE interviews. Let's continue our practice so that we get so good at it that when we go to the interviews, we're on the ball. All right, before I start, let me make this into a slideshow so you can see it better. Okay, as you might remember from my other videos, that what I did a research based on job descriptions and came up with the top 15 topics/tools for DevOps interviews based on keywords. And these are my results. The ones at the top, like cloud, is number one. The ones at the bottom, system design, while they're still important, they're not as important as cloud or CI/CD. So today's topic is cloud and AWS. So in fact, this question really could be considered a networking question as well. But anyway, off we go. So explain the difference between an application load balancer, ALB, and a network load balancer, NLB, in AWS. And in what situations would you use either one? That's the question, right? So what it really comes down to, before I get to the answer though, just a quick reminder, my counselor is Floyd Spencer. You can get 1 hour session with him for free, no strings attached. And that's really great because I work with him for many years and he's really passionate about helping people. Okay, so before I get to the answer on this, you really have to understand the OSI layer model of networking. If you don't have a good understanding of that, please watch some other videos about that. Those are really more fundamental than even what we were talking about today. So just a refresher, layer 7 is basically application layer. So when you were talking between, let's say your browser and a web server, that's layer 7. And layer 1 is like actual physical Wi-Fi, right? Or even Cat5 cable. So layer 4 is actually what's called the TCP layer. It's basically your IP address and your port. So in AWS, you can get two different kinds of load balancer. One that operates at layer 7, which can do a lot more than the NLB is down below, right? But it's a little bit slower because it's doing a lot more work. You can redirect traffic based on API path, let's say. You can say example.com/something. That traffic goes to these machines versus example.com/billing. That goes to different set of machines. That you cannot do in a layer 4 network level load balancer at the lower half of the screen, right? ALBs can also, because it's dealing with HTTP and HTTPS, it can also terminate SSL and TSL certificates for security and encryption. These are also really great for microservices because they're talking between services. This integrates really well with modern day applications because applications nowadays are all service based, right? Now, network layer load balancer is really kind of old school load balancer. All it does is looks up the port, IP address, and the port number, and it forwards the traffic based on that, based on TCP, UDP. It doesn't do any SSL certificate terminations. It can't handle HTTP paths, but if you're looking for really fast load balancing, this would be the load balancer you want to use. If you can live with tiny bit slowness in your load balancing, then you're better off with layer 7, which is ALB. Hope you found this useful. If you did, you can please subscribe to my channel. And also, if you have questions for me, you can find me on LinkedIn, and I will see you in the next video.